Hey there, it's Matt with Sandy Valley Honey Company. Just want to do a quick walk through. Warmer days, 51 degrees here today, but January 28th, and about 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. It's great to see activity outside of the hives. Obviously, if they're dead out, there's not a whole lot going on. Could be robbing, but there's some good orientation going on in front. Some cleaning going on. Great to see. A lot of these carniolan mutts for better description. I mean, there's no purebred bees here. We did bring in some genetics from Sue Covey and Steve Shepard, and also Corey Stevens virgins. They've all been open mated. And these triples are still strong. That's awesome. Big populations in these hives going into fall. That's why they were left in those triples. It's gonna be split mania. And here's reverse entry. They were kind of getting robbed out later in the fall, and so I just reversed them. They're a little late to wake up with that being in the shade, so I noticed that. One downfall, I guess, to facing north. Definite orientations going on. Sourcing water. I am open feeding some fondant and some not dry pollen, but pollen patties that I've mashed up, really pliable, and I'll include a short little video of that. It's kind of unique to see. I want to see if they're going to be consuming it before I were to put it into any hives. We really don't need to supplement any pollen except for right about now, right about 3 weeks before the red maples bloom, which is right now. They're all budded and just not open because it hasn't been warm long enough, but it won't be long. So keeping an eye on nature and what's going on locally around you, asking people that have been in it, and to know the routine is important. Which is awesome to see the activity. It just depends on what time you walk by these hives, because they all kind of erupt for a little while. They're definitely brooding up. I mean, that's orientation going on. That's awesome. Another triple. Split mania. Definitely selling some nukes off and growing this year. So cool to see. Time and effort and intentional beekeeping can get you if you want it. All these are fresh queens too. That's another advantage. This whole stack here, I just wanted to keep them in a vertical orientation versus double deeps. It's obviously 5 frames but 4 boxes, so it's 20 frames, same as the double deep 10 frame. But just the vertical aspect of it, I wanted to open it in spring and see how they built. I really didn't open them at all last year. They were not a honey production colony. I just mated that queen in the nuke and just kept stacking as an experiment. So I'm going to be running single brood management, but mostly doubles this year. Single is just a recipe for disaster with someone like me, and I just got a lot going on with other jobs and being a contractor, but I love my bees. There's a stack of triples. I mean, they're all doing pretty darn good. I've topped off their fondants, so everyone's been sitting pretty heavy. Curious to wonder if they store the fondant, because some of these hives were light and now they seem like they've gained weight, and there's no nectar yet. But anyways, a little more orientation going on. Another reverse entry hive there in the middle. These are our 2 first hives, left and right here. On the left, carniolan based for sure. Just the way that they brood down and so conservative with their honey. That whole double deep's going to be full. I mean, they may be up in it a little bit now in the center, but that whole thing is going to have 6 frames full of honey that I'll take back for splits and what have you. But just really just ran with these 2 colonies primarily, other than a couple other genetics we brought in, and just had a blast and was never too afraid to make mistakes. You know, found that in the grass, some cell protectors from putting in queen cells and just growing basically from 4 to 70. I don't know how many we'll have coming out of winter, but we'll be less than 10% is my goal. And the ones that don't make it, I'll learn from. A little reverse here. So cool. So the ones in the shade facing northwest, they're just later to rise. And I don't know. I see that possibly as a disadvantage, but a lot of feral colonies are all facing north that I've found. And, you know, so I wonder how much that really makes a difference. We'll see, because I may run them honey production and see if that late wake up is detrimental. So cool to see. Surviving bees, that's all we can ask for and hope for. Low mite numbers going into fall or going into winter, if any. Kept on top of all of it. Nutrition primarily, good mite numbers, young queens. Seem to be pretty well mated. And we'll see. It's all an experiment, just having fun. But just wanted to walk you through. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you soon.